You'll probably wonder what I'm doing climbing up to the top of the roof. And the reason is because I want to talk to y'all about something that seems to be aggravating beekeepers. And that is honey crystallization. Let me get my little buddy here to fly off. So honey crystallization seems to be a big issue with beekeepers, and they kind of stress out over it, and I don't know, it's like a mad dash to get rid of their honey so before it crystallizes. It's not a big issue, you know, and it's pretty simple to take care of. You don't need a heater blanket, and you don't need to go through the oven process and all that, and a lot of people don't like heating their honey up real hot. You know, you don't really need to. So I want to show you two different jars here. This one I set out later in the day. This one here was here all day. You see this one? It's still crystallized in the bottom. You see that? So I didn't have to heat them in the oven. I didn't have to put a heater blanket around anything. And, I like jarring all my honey right away, so I don't have it in buckets, so I don't have to put a bucket heater on or set a whole bucket, you know, in a spot. But these were solid. They were solid crystallized honey, and I just used the power of the sun. I set them on this black roof, and I just let them heat up on their own, and you know, don't cost no money, and it makes it just as nice and pretty as you want, and it's no trouble. So if you want to make something to heat your honey, summertime, take you and make you a black something, some kind of cover. I got my little bee buddy here hanging around. Get him before he stings me. Does draw bees, but get you a little black cover or something and put it out where the sun can hit it all day, and just set your honey on top of it. It'll heat it right up. You don't have to do nothing. Now, if it's winter time, obviously you ain't gonna set it outside and warm it up. But the inside of your vehicle gets very hot, even in the winter time. If the sun's beating down on it, it'll get pretty hot inside your vehicle, especially if you have a dark vehicle. But take your honey and set in your vehicle, and it'll heat it right up. It'll get it back to this, and it don't matter how solid it is. You leave it in there long enough, it's like a thing M&M's or a Snickers bar. You know, if you get a Snickers bar, that thing will stay hard in the store for as long as you want. But as soon as you get out in that car, I don't care what time of day it is or what time of year it is, that thing will melt as soon as the sun hits it. And that's causing me some issues because I like Snickers. But if you want to keep your honey from crystallizing, and you don't want to put it in a bunch of heat, because you don't want to heat your honey up real hot. I mean, it kills a lot of the good stuff in it. But the sun will heat it up just enough to uncrystallize it and won't, you know, mess it up. And I don't know how bad it really messes it up, but I've heard HMF levels and different things like that. But it don't get really hot in the sun. It gets hot enough to melt your, you know, crystals out of it, and that's just what you need. But if you have a bunch of honey that is sitting around that's crystallized, just put it in a hot spot. It'll thin up. It'll thin up enough where you can work with it and do something with it. It's not something to be scared of. It's not a great big deal. But I just want to talk to y'all a little bit about that. And a lot of people don't know what to do with their honey after it crystallizes. And like I said, I put mine in jars right away, so I don't have to worry about it too much. I don't have to get a whole bucket out and put a bucket heater on it and everything and deal with that. And it keeps my buckets free, and my honey's ready to give to whoever or eat whenever or whatever I want to do with it. But that's a simple way of decrystallizing your honey. This is just an old black roof on my building, and the sun hits it and warms it up real hot. And it works great. It works really great. Y'all see the trees in the back? On my bee stuff. But I think that's all I got to say. I just want to tell you a little bit about decrystallizing your honey, and I'll leave this one up here tomorrow, and that'll be just like this one. All right, thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna get off this roof.